Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the $5 Thrift Challenge. I took $5 to a thrift store. I bought one item, sold that item for profit, used the profit to buy a few more items, and I have been doing that process continually until we've gotten to the point today where we have over $7,000, almost $8,000 in our challenge bank of profit. Just the profit we've made from selling tons of things. Plus, I have hundreds of items that I have listed and sold, and things that are in the process of being sold and listed as we speak. So it's been a really wild ride. You guys have been along on this whole journey where we had barely any money in the bank, and now we have tons, and it's been so much fun. But today, we are hitting up some garage sales, so it's gonna be a fun time. We've dumpster dove, we've been to estate sales, we've been to garage sales, we've been to thrift stores, we've been to the bins. There's so many things that we have done. So let's catch you up on what has sold in this challenge since last time I saw you guys last week. So the first thing that sold since I saw you last was a pair of Keen shoes. I actually got these at an estate sale not too long ago. It was the same one where I found the Tiffany and Company planters and the Prada shoes, like a really wild estate sale for sure. I just listed these in the last few days, and they sold the same day that I listed them for $29 on Depop. We love a Depop sale around here. From $29, make $27.59. Whenever I make a sale on Depop, I always get really excited because I will keep the most money from a Depop sale. So that $27.59 is heading into the challenge bank. Then I sold this Tadashi Shoji, this black beaded gown. It sold for $50. From $50, we make $40 heading into the challenge bank. And this is from early on in the challenge. I was trying to think about when I picked this dress up. I do not even remember buying this dress. So that means it must have been a while ago that I picked this up, but it did sell for $50. That was a good sale. Then I picked up this pair of Hoka shoes. These sneakers I had to have picked up in the Salvation Army bins. So I paid $3.50 for this pair of sneakers, and then they sold, somebody offered me $30 for these. So I did accept $30 on Poshmark, and from $30 we make $24, which I feel like is a perfect example of from $30 make $24 on Poshmark, but on Depop I sold something for $29, so $1 less than the Poshmark sale, but I made $27.59. So even though it was $1 less, I still made $3.59 more. So if it would have been a $30 sale, I would have made $4.59 more on Depop than I would have on Poshmark, give or take a few cents. And I do think that this is a perfect time to talk about Depop because Depop is the sponsor of today's video. Love to see Depop getting in on this action, don't we? Depop is, I've been telling you guys now for weeks, I feel like the best place to be selling your things nowadays. They have 0 seller fees. So as a reseller, it really is the best place to be selling. And I price my pieces because of that even lower than I would anywhere else. If I'm going to sell something on Poshmark, I'm going to make the price increase because I have to make that profit up over there. But on Depop, I actually will list something for a few dollars less than I'll post it for on eBay even because I will make so much more money. And I find that people are pretty reasonable buyers on Depop. But also Depop right now is also doing free shipping for buyers, and it doesn't come out of the seller's paycheck either. So I feel like they are really working strongly on making this an amazing platform for sellers and buyers alike, and I can get behind that. So if you guys want to try out selling on Depop, I would say just give it a chance. Give it a little try cross-listing some items if you've never done it before. See if some sales roll in, and you'll see the profit margins are just so much higher. I would say give it a whirl. And if you're just selling some personal items, I would start there nowadays. Some of the other platforms are doing crazy things. I would start on Depop. But if you guys want to try out something on Depop, I do have a link in my description down below, and that does help support my channel. So thank you to Depop for working with me on today's video. Always love to work with them. The next piece that sold, guys, you guys were so right about this. I'm so glad you told me about this when I showed you guys this in the estate sale video. Do you guys remember those Pyrex dishes I found? Once you guys told me that they were like the most sought after Pyrex pattern and color, I was like, oh dang, I don't know if I should keep these just to like put as display in my kitchen. I went online, I looked at the comps, and I was like, oh sheesh, I need to sell these. Even though my middle bowl was completely kind of trashed, like somebody had put it through the washer, it barely was pink anymore. I listed all 3 bowls together, and I sold them within 1 day on eBay. And so I listed at $184.99. Granted, I picked these up for $25 at that estate sale, but I bought them for $25 and they sold full asking price, no offer, 1 day. for $184.99. And I only charge a set amount of shipping to all of my buyers on eBay. And I kind of thought that the low shipping might actually be a good selling feature for my piece. And I would say this is a good idea for a lot of things on eBay specifically, is when you're selling something that is a higher price, I would not, especially if it's a like a hefty piece, I would not jack up the shipping price. Instead, I would bake some of that shipping cost into the actual like price, the selling price of your item. So I was going to originally list these Pyrex bowls around $160, but instead I listed them a little bit higher, $184, and kept my shipping at $8.99, even though I knew it would probably cost me at least $20 to ship. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helps. But I think that's one of the reasons why it sold so quickly, is because I had a low shipping price, and people hate paying for shipping. Nobody wants to pay $30 for shipping. They'd much rather pay $30 extra for the item. So hopefully that helps somebody. But I sold them $184.99. So we make $142.19 from that. And most of that discrepancy from selling price to actual profit is just because I had to pay like $20 in shipping, basically. That brings our challenge bank up to a nice healthy total of over $7,800. Love that. Then the last thing that sold was another Depop sale. We love to round out the week with a Depop sale to begin and end. This just sold, last night? It was this vintage Pel sweater. I found this in the bins with you guys. So I bought this for $79 per pound. It sold for $50. We make $47.79. I lost $2 to a payment processing fee. Any day. I will take that any day. So that means that we have $47.79 heading to the challenge bank, giving us $7,921.85 today. Wowzers. I am so close to $8,000, guys. We only needed like $80 more and we would have hit it. So I'm hoping that next week we'll have a really strong sales week. I've been putting in a lot of time trying to get stuff listed. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we will cross that marker next week. But we then have a healthy amount to go thrifting with today, and we are going garage sailing. As you guys can see, we are in my basement. It's an interesting week actually over here in the Allison household. I am filming this video right now at 11 o'clock at night. It's my birthday tomorrow. We just went garage sailing. And we went garage sailing, and it was actually on our street. So we moved here to Michigan in December. We were trying to get to know our neighbors. I didn't want to show up to all these garage sales of my neighbors with a camera. So I do not have any footage of me at these garage sales. I also don't want you guys to know exactly where I live, But I do have so many amazing things that I was able to procure from my neighbors while building relationships. You guys would be proud of me. Anywho, all this to say, we need to get this video filmed. I'm going to try to get as much listed as I can, but I also want to enjoy my birthday, and my family's in town, so it's a very fun time. Anyways, I'm turning 31 tomorrow, guys. You'll see, when next time you see me, when this video comes out, I'll be 31. So any birthday wishes are appreciated. You guys are the sweetest. I love you all so much. Anyways, so now let's jump. I'm going to take you over to my picture taking room, and I'll show you guys what we found when we were garage sailing. Oh, fancy meeting you here. Didn't see you over there. We had a long journey from that side of the room to this side, and I hope you enjoyed the little walk as I was, just waiting for you to catch up. We are in my picture taking room / where all of my shoes are stored for my business. Intriguing business things, I'm sure. Actually, you guys probably actually enjoy this kind of stuff. But let me show you guys the things that I found at these garage sales. It was a wild ride. Okay, let's start with probably some of the most insane finds of the week. And that would be, I stumbled into this garage sale, which was a complete charity garage sale, make an offer, kind of pay what you think you should kind of garage sale. And also on this day, I went to this garage sale at the end of the weekend, and it was their last day, and they were practically trying to throw things into my lap. They're like, if you like anything, please take it. There was so much there, and I was like, okay, I'll take a few things. And I tried paying, and they were like, no, you don't need to pay us that much. And I was like, okay, well, so I spent $6 for these 2 items, plus you're going to see 2 items behind me, all 4 of these items. Y'all, this is such a good find. I'm so excited. You guys will be so proud of me. Look at these home goods. We got a lot of clothes coming too, but I found this bowl. I did look at it and I picked it up and I was like, this feels really nice. It is this silver looking bowl, but I looked on the bottom of it because I'm getting into the habit of looking for like sterling silver, things like that at garage sales. And this is a pewter bowl. It's a vintage pewter bowl and it's marked L.H. Vaughan, Taunton, Massachusetts, pewter. And it's got some interesting other markings here on the bottom. And so you might just be seeing yourself probably on here. But anyways, it is marked. And these pewter bowls from this brand specifically too, with this kind of patina, this age to it, I think this could probably sell for 20 bucks. So, I mean, I paid probably around $1 for that bowl. And I thought it was a fun piece. At the very least, I think it'd be fun to take to like a pop-up shop in the future that I would love to have. Now this, I went to check out. I have, maybe I'll show you all those pieces. We'll end with this one. It's too good. It's too good. I also grabbed these two cutie pie little creamer and sugar pieces, and I love that they have the blue florals on them. They're the white, kind of like a more milk glass looking piece, but it's not actually milk glass. But these, I believe, are false craft. It's really hard for me to make out the maker on the bottom. So if any of you guys know these really well and can just tell from looking, I'm sure I'll do a reverse image search. They look to me kind of like false craft, but if it's not, I would not be shocked. It's really hard to make it out, but the blue and white is so popular nowadays, like this very much so like preppy, kind of coastal, beautiful. I love the color on these. I think they're so cute. It would be so adorable in a dining room or a breakfast nook or a kitchen. But I got those again for like $1. I would be shocked if the set didn't sell for at least 20 bucks. So I did grab a few things. And then the last thing, I went to pay and this was holding down, I swear to you, this was holding down the paper, like that was like showing people like what the cause was, which was very sweet. I wish I could have taken a picture or video for you. But I saw this sitting there and then I happened to glance and see this portion of the case. Can we see this? Do you guys see the Apple logo on this? Okay. Again, I think I said, what? I think I spent $6. This is a new in box iPod Nano, which isn't that just so wild? It's 16 gigabytes. It is marked, so it does, she was talking about how she got it from her work, but she never used it, and so it was just in this garage sale, and she was so happy that I grabbed it. She's like, I never used that, and I was just like, oh, okay. So it's new in the box. I looked underneath because it is open. And it does have the headphones in it, and it has the charging cable too, and they're both like wrapped up. Why don't I just show you at this point, honestly? Literally never used. It still has like the little sticker on the front of it. And then the packet is sealed, and then it also has both of these sealed as well. I looked up comps. Also, Jeremy made fun of me so hard for buying this. He's like, Bekah, no one's gonna buy an iPod Nano. To Jeremy, we say, sir, you are incorrect. I looked online at comps. There are more sold than listed, so it has over 100% sell-through rate. For ones that are looking like that are real, where it's like it looks like this, like somebody's actually selling it. It's not just like someone from China drop shipping or anything. They are selling for, in parts, only like 50 bucks. For ones that are new in box and also like unused, like $100, sometimes more than $100. So I think I found a $100 iPod at the garage sale, and I think I paid like $1 for it. It was a crazy find. It really was. It was a wild time. So that was amazing. Okay, now let's talk about the things I found at this other garage sale. I was just, bopping from garage sale to garage sale. This lady's clothing was amazing. She was probably, I would say, similar size to me. She had tons of amazing things at her garage sale. I am so pleased. I did find a Free People top that I bought and found a flaw on here, so I am going to just redonate that. But I do have 3 or 4 different pieces here. The first one is this swim skirt. So looking at this little like navy blue tiered swim skirt, and then it has ruffles on the back. This is new with tags, my friends. I can't even with this. This is new with tags from Hill House. This is my first time ever finding Hill House in the wild, and I happened to find it a few houses down from me. Like in the wild, you have to be kidding me. I'm so excited about this. It's a size large too, so awesome size. And then it said on here too what it was. I think it's called the pool skirt. Let me look. Yeah, the pool skirt, navy, made in USA, size large. New with tags. These retail for over $100, so I would assume hopefully at least 50 bucks for that. So that's exciting. Then I believe, and that was $4. And then this, I think she charged me, I want to say $2 to $4 for this. I didn't even tell you how much I paid overall. Y'all, it's that kind of week. You're gonna have to bear with me. My mind is scattered right now. In total, we spent $64 at all of these garage sales. I was taking notes as we were going along. But I do have quite a few things too that I got for free. It was a great time. I spent somewhere between $2 and $4 for this little coat. But it's so nice, and Ralph Lauren is having such a moment right now. So this is a Polo Ralph Lauren kids coat. It has the orange little polo guy on it. It's a nice green color. It does have snaps up here. It's missing its hood. It's a size 4T. I did not realize how bad of condition this was in, but I do think that I can wash it up and hopefully do some stain treatment. Some little kids wore this and loved it, and that's great. Like, there's just like some darker spots on the ends of the sleeve. There's dark spots along the front. So I might do like an OxyClean bath on this and like do some scrubbing with some Blue Dawn dish soap, spray some Shout on it, and then throw it through the washer, you know? I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, but I think that it'll be worth it in the long run, because I do think once I clean this up, it should be able to sell for, I would say, $35, maybe even more dollars. It might be around $50 because it's so popular. Now, I think I kind of like internally squealed. I pulled out the Hill House skirt, and it was already going to be a good day. I found a Free People top. Of course, that turned out to be a bust. And I did get a parade sweat set for my sister, all at the same garage sale. I grabbed this, and this is also my first time ever finding this in the wild. And this was $4. This is Cotopaxi. I was shocked. If you guys haven't heard of this brand, it's a great outdoorsy kind of brand, kind of similar to Patagonia in vibes. I have never found Cotopaxi ever. I feel like the comps for Cotopaxi have gone down significantly kind of in the last few years. Like, it was worth more. I haven't tried it on, but I did in fact buy this, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this if it fits me and looks good on me, because I think it's so freaking darling, and I really love the color scheme. I think the red is so cute. So I do kind of feel like I'm gonna keep it for me. It looks like it fits well, like it feels good. You guys let me know. But I didn't include this in our cost of goods. I kind of felt like I needed to keep this one for myself. I love the red. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. For $4? I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay. Same garage sale. Found that. So exciting. And then we stumbled into, this was a few blocks down, so at least they weren't like my direct neighbors. We stumbled into the sort of garage sale of my nightmares. It was not my favorite kind of garage sale. And by that I mean, if you're going to have a garage sale, I'm a big fan of either everything is the same price or you price everything individually. I am not a big fan of nothing has a price and every single thing is something that you have to ask them about, and then they have to think about how much they want to charge you. I hate that. And that's what they did. I literally would be like, hey, how much is this thing? And she'd be like, well, let me like hem and haw about how much it meant to me, or how much, like, it was that kind of garage sale. My least favorite. Like, tell me everything on that rack's $10 and I'll be like, okay, I can make a decision. But if you spend a ton of time thinking about how much you want to charge me individually, personally, and then you might change the price for somebody else 10 minutes later, I hate that kind of garage sale. In my opinion, I feel like at least arrive prepared with how much you want for something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What's your guys' pet peeve about garage sales? Mine is not pricing things, but also not knowing what you want. If you know what you want, it's a little bit easier. But anyways, long story long, I found this Lululemon jacket at this garage sale. I also, at this garage sale, grabbed this Patagonia pullover. Okay. I think that it was a great garage sale. There was more things that I could have gotten, but they wanted pretty high prices. So that's the takeaway. And then they also had this denim jacket. So it was $10 for the Patagonia. I did get that for myself as well. I was finding some great things for myself. And then the Lululemon jacket is also in my size. So I got those two pieces for myself, but I did get this for the challenge. It was $10, but this is Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren. If you guys know anything about Ralph Lauren, it's really popular. Ralph Lauren, super popular right now. But this Denim and Supply brand from them, I think is really, really popular, especially if you find something Aztec or like kind of Western from them. And so I saw this, and it does have kind of some distressing and wear to it, which I think is mostly intentional. But the real kicker for me, what I really thought will sell the piece, is on the back, which is this amazing kind of bandana style blue piecework on the back. Isn't that so cool? And then it also does say denim and supply on the back, which I think is just so cool. And this was a size small. It was 100% cotton, so it is a size small. I wish it was a larger size, but I do think that this should sell well. I'm hoping for 50 bucks on this because I did pay up for it. But for a Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren jacket, I feel like I should be able to get that, especially since it has the bandana, kind of that more Western style that I was mentioning. But then also this puffer coat, I have to show you. I was really living my best garage selling life for me and for the challenge. Look at this, size 14, black, Lululemon, down for it all jacket. She charged me $15 for this. And I was happy to pay that for myself. I feel like that was totally worth it. The resale on this is probably, I would say, probably around 70, 50 to 70 maybe. But I will be keeping that for myself for now, seeing if I can get some use out of it. And if so, I will be very happy. Look at me. I came out of this already with a Cotopaxi, a Patagonia, and a Lululemon. I feel very, very good about that. Two other things I got at that garage sale. I'm kind of mixing in everything I got for myself and for the challenge together because I'm going garage sale by garage sale. One thing about this garage sale, they had a table of everything was $1 on the table. And they had a fabric steamer on it, and my fabric steamer just kicked the dust last week. So it worked out really well for me that they had this there for $1. That will be very useful in my clothing business. And then they also had this on the table of things for $1. And I think this is absolutely freaking adorable. Maybe like in a kid's room someday. Look how adorable this is. It's like a faux, I don't even know, I don't think it's real wood, but faux wood base that's carved into a bunny with an adorable gingham lampshade for $1. I love that. I will 100% keep that. So cute. Then at the next sale, I just got two things. Two little things that one. First off is this cute little pink tutu skirt. And there was tons of cute kids clothes. I did find so many adorable kids clothes for ourselves for the future. And I can share those with you. I'll do those at the end separately. But this is from Stella McCartney Kids. I want to make it clear, I dug through a lot of crap as well. Tons of stuff that is not worth anything. I'm just showing you guys the highlights of maybe like 6 hours of us garage selling. We both got a little bit of sun for sure. But this is Stella McCartney Kids, size 4 years. I was shocked to find this hidden amongst a lot of other kids' clothing that was, you know, not worth a ton of money. But that should be worth good money. I've sold Stella McCartney kids pieces before for, I think the last one I sold was a set, but it sold for like $40 or $50. So I think because that's smaller, it probably won't sell for as much, and it looks like it's just a tutu, but still I'm hoping for maybe 15 bucks, 20 bucks even. And then my favorite style of Anthropologie pants to sell is the Colette pant, and I did find one pair at garage sales for $2. This is the Maeve Anthropologie Colette pant. Let me show you if you've never seen it. This style does really well for me. Don't ask me why. I think it's just because this wide leg is super popular right now. These are size 25 petite. The last time I had these, they sold really quickly, and I think they sold for at least $40 or $50. Denim in a larger size would sell for, I would say, $50 to $75. I will hope, because these are more of like a kind of khaki-ish, not khaki, but like this brown, lighter weight summer denim, which I think is really cute. I do think because they're a smaller size too, I'm going to hope for $35. But I mean, they're absolutely adorable. And I think that they should hopefully sell quickly, especially since we're in summer right now. And then I got quite a few things at this garage sale, actually. I spent not very much money there though. It was only $1 for some of these like menswear pieces, and then a lot of the women's wear pieces at this garage sale were $2. So I felt like it was one of the more reasonable garage sales. The first piece I grabbed was this sweater. And I know the lighting in here is probably a little bit hard and a little bit harsh, but this is a really nice kind of chunky knit sweater. And this is from Boundary Waters. It's 100% cotton, made in USA, but this style I feel like is so popular right now. And so I did grab this. I think I can resell this for at least $20, maybe more like $30. really kind of sought after, adorable sweater. So I grabbed her. And then this was marked at $2. And this is from Pilcrow, which is an Anthropologie brand. Anthropologie is such a bread and butter just brand for me. Anything from them, usually I can sell for $25, around that, sometimes more, depends on the piece, of course. But this is also the Pilcrow newer label. This Pilcrow label is a short label, looks like that. And then this is this really interesting blouse that has all of these sequins and really fun details to it. So we have some smocking here at the sleeve, and then we have all of these just amazing like sequiny button kind of just like details going down the sleeves. Absolutely gorgeous. This is in a size large petite, so another great size. I think that this will do absolutely wonderful, and it does have these beautiful like buttons going down the front too. It's a really cool piece, kind of hard to show, but I really think that I can sell that for at least around $35, and it was $2, two buckaroos. Same garage sale, I grabbed this dress. It is beautiful. And again, another great size. This one is a size 10 regular. It is this knit, I would say teal blue dress. I love the texture of this, like super thick and luxurious. But this is new tags from Boden. And it is a newer tag from Boden, which I think is amazing. So there's the Boden label, new tags. This was $10. I did spend $10, but I felt like if I was at any thrift store and I saw a new tags Boden dress there, I would be paying way more than $10. I felt like that was pretty reasonable, and I do have, you know, the SKU number, information on the inside here, and I think this is so pretty. This back is really stunning. It's going to be hard to show you, but it does have a tie too, so it'll tie into a bow up here at the neck, and then I think it's just such a nice like sheath style dress. And because it's new tags, this retailed, I'm assuming it retailed for probably 120, if not more dollars. And so if I can sell it for $40, 50 even, would be amazing. We're looking at good profit so far. This second dress was also from Boden. This is definitely an older style tag from Boden, but this was also only $2. So I did pay less for it. This green dress with gold polka dots. But I did also grab it because polka dots are really popular, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. It does have buttons down the front, and it's in a US size 8. Has the tie still at the waist as well, but I was thinking that somebody would probably scoop that up with metallic gold polka dots, green and gold, for $2. Even if I sell it for $20, I felt like 10xing my money would be good. And then another coat, I'm gonna have to do the same thing with this that I am doing with that Polo Ralph Lauren little kids coat. This was $1 at the same garage sale. One single dollar for this big ol' puffy puffer coat from Mountain Hardwear, which I love Mountain Hardwear. It depends on the piece, I should say. Like, I love finding coats or jackets from Mountain Hardwear and reselling those. They tend to do pretty well for me. This one is so thick. I just thought it was so nice. It's a size large. To me, it looks like a men's size large. It does have, in this lighting especially, I do like taking pictures in this room for my listings because the lighting will show you anything wrong with a piece. It will give you every single flaw. In the daylight outside, I did not see these kind of like oil stains. Here under these fluorescent lights, I can see them clear as day. So again, what I'll do is the same thing I did with the other one. I could detail it again for you, but basically lots of different stain treating processes, OxyClean, and then some Blue Dawn dish soap scrub. Probably spray it also with some of the Shout and then in the washer as well. So that one I need to clean, so maybe I should put her somewhere special. And then the last thing I got to resell from that same garage sale is this real leather jacket. I thought this was so cool. It's a great piece. I love the color of the leather. I love the distressing of the leather. The dark brown, the chocolate brown leather is super cool. This is from Sunrither Clothing Company, which I don't really know, but size large, and it's 100% genuine leather. So again, for real leather, for $1 or $2, definitely worthwhile grabbing. If I find leather in the bins anywhere I'm digging and it's going to be cheap, I will generally pick it up, and it usually sells, even if it's a no-name brand, for $50, sometimes more. So for finding one for like $1 in a size large, heck yeah, I will sell that all day long. And I'm assuming, again, probably around $50, sometimes more. I didn't look at the brand at all. I didn't look anything up, but it should do well. And that's everything I got to resell from that garage sale. But I did pick up this vintage looking brass hourglass. I think it's so cool. The sand does pour out of it. And so it's a very interesting looking piece. I love the spun little brass handles on it. And then on the top here, I don't even know what any of this is, but it just looks really cool. And then I think it's the same on the bottom as well. Not sure. I don't think it means necessarily anything. And then it also has like the Roman numerals for the time of day on the bottom. Really cool piece. I was thinking I would probably just use this as decor in our house, but I did pay, I think that I paid $10 for this, but I thought for this like brass, really cool, hefty piece, I love that. I think that'd be a great home decor piece. And then at the next garage sale, I got 2 pairs of boots and 2 books. So the first pair, again, it's something I had to clean, which I should know myself better than this at this point. I put off cleaning things usually for a while. I will clean a piece of clothing pretty fast. I'm pretty good about that. But I am really bad at cleaning shoes in a timely manner. I think anybody who's been watching this challenge for a while probably knows this about me. You know it probably better about me than I know it about myself. I did find a pair of bogs. I love selling bogs. The bigger size, the better. These are a kid size. Even kid sizes will sell for 20, 30 bucks, sometimes more than $30. These are great. These are in really good shape. They just are dirty. So I only paid $1 for these. This is why I had to grab them. These were like 3 times cheaper than finding a pair of shoes at the bins. These will scrub up really easily. These are waterproof shoes that have the pull-on handle. Love to find them. They're in a US size 4. So I do think it was definitely worth it. I just have to make myself do the work that I need to do in order to reap the benefits. I would say this one also could handle a little bit of cleaning as well. These are a pair of hunter boots. I have never seen a pair of hunter boots like this. Let me know if you guys have seen these before, but these are a really cool like blue tartan, like a blue plaid going on them. Isn't that interesting? I have not seen a plaid ever on a pair of tall hunter boots, but I think they're really cool. And these are in a US size 8. So an 8 female size, and they look to be in pretty great shape. Like the bottoms look pretty good still, but these were $5. So I paid $5 for these, which I think is a great price for a pair of hunter boots. And I could do a little bit of cleaning up on these, a little scrubberoo could go a long way. I would be surprised if these sold for less than $40, 40 to 50 maybe. It could be more than that based off of the plaid on them, but I have no experience selling a plaid like that. So I'll look into it, of course. And then I did pick up the 2 books I picked up. I'm so excited. I have been on the hunt. I've been trying to complete my own Harry Potter set full of the old cover, hardcover Harry Potter books. And so when I found both of these at this garage sale, I was so excited. For $1 each. So exciting. So I did find the Goblet of Fire, so number 4 and number 5, the Order of the Phoenix. I needed number 5 for sure, and I knew that, but I didn't remember if I had number 4 or not. I do own number 4 already, so maybe I will end up selling this one. But it was $1. And these are, I double checked on the inside, they are first editions of the United States version, the American version of the books. So these are from like what, 2000 and maybe 2003. So cool. I love finding books. I think it's so fun. I will definitely be hopefully completing my series soon. I think all I'm down to, I think I need like 1 and 3 maybe, or 1 and 2. I'll have to double check, but I'm getting there, and I've thrifted them all. I haven't had to buy anything. I think I've even gotten one for free from a little free library. Like, it's been really fun. Speaking of free, I was at this garage sale where I ended up buying some kids' clothing. These people live only a few houses down from me, and they had this baby car seat, okay? Bear with me. It was a baby car seat, but I was like, do I want to deal with a car seat? I went up and asked him how much it was, and he's like, okay, there's a story that goes with this. So the car seat itself, its straps have been cut, okay? But it was free. He said it was free because the base is still usable. So I looked this up. The base, nothing's wrong with the base, and this is an Uppa-Baby. An Uppa-Baby car seat is quite expensive. The base itself retails for $200. So I got a $200 car seat base for free. Now my plan is I'm gonna look at how much it could resell for, and instead of me sending it in the mail, I'm thinking I'm gonna put it on Facebook Marketplace. So my plan is to put the base on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold car seats on Facebook Marketplace before, so I'm sure it will go pretty quickly actually selling a car seat base even, because the Uppa Baby is a really popular car seat system as well. So I'm not exactly sure how much I can sell it for, but my guess is it's gonna be a good amount. I'm hoping like 50 to 100 bucks even, and it was free. Literally just free. That's amazing. We love free, right? We love digging through trash. We love finding things for free. Okay, last garage sale where I found things to resell, and then I'll show you guys briefly a few of the kids' items I picked up. Got a lot of stuff actually for like what did I say, $56? Not bad at all for the things that I'm reselling. Whew, mama, not bad at all. Okay, I have 3 polos. These are 3 men's polos here. I have 2 Lacoste ones and 1 Ralph Lauren. So I do really, I don't mind selling men's clothing if it's a brand that I really enjoy selling or I know a lot about it. It won't be really hard for me. So like this navy blue Lacoste polo, I think should sell for like maybe 25 bucks. I think it was $2 or so at this garage sale. So it's from Lacoste, and then what? This is a size, it says 10R. So I think that's probably around an extra large, because Lacoste sizes are, I think, French usually. This Lacoste one is a green one. It's also really nice, and it was $2. It does have a little bit of discoloration around the neckline. I'm going to throw these through the wash, see if that helps a little bit. If not, I still think they'll sell for like 20 bucks. And then the last one is this Polo Ralph Lauren one with the embroidered kind of burgundy colored guy on this side, and this is a size extra extra large, and I do think this is vintage 100% cotton, and because it's a plus size, I felt like it was worth grabbing. So maybe I will throw those all through the wash as well. And then the last thing I got at that garage sale to resell, guys, I felt like this was a great find. I did not know how much they were going to want for this. Again, nothing was priced. I had to ask everybody. At least they knew what they wanted. She walked up and she said that this was $5. So I paid $5 for this. But this is a Coach rain jacket, which is so cool. I don't know if you can see the Coach. When you look at the print, it's the C for Coach, and then it has Coach written out as well. And then it has a collar and then buttons down the front, as well as a tie for the back. And then the buttons even are really cool. They are turn lock buttons, and they go through the little silver pieces, kind of like a little peacoat. It's really cool. But it says it's 100% cotton, exclusive of trim, made in China. It has the kind of white piping on the inside. Another big ol' Coach logo on the inside. Super cool. Remove before wearing tag. I was about to say, this feels so nice. I would be shocked if they actually have worn this at all. At least they have not worn it very much. It is black and white. That's a super cool Coach jacket for $5. Heck yes. So excited about that. And I would say that I would be kind of surprised if it's sold for less than 50 bucks. So that's what I'm going to kind of hope for from that one as well. Absolutely adorable. And oh, I didn't tell you the size. What size are you? It's a size 12. Great size. So a size 12 Coach jacket. I think that this is truly darling and very preppy as well. So I'm pleased with that. So I feel like I got a lot of great things for myself at these garage sales, but also some amazing pieces to resell. Very excited about all of those things. Then let me show you a few of the adorable kids' clothes pieces, just in case nobody wants to see them. I think a lot of you guys do, but amazing kids' clothes. I found some of these mostly at like one sale, the same one I got for the baby's car seat app. I got this adorable little pink North Face jacket. Gosh, if we ever have a boy, we're really going to be in trouble, because I really love little kids' girls pieces. We have this little Zara top, and I'll move fast. This Quincy May little knit sweater is the things of my dreams. That is a perfect kids piece to me. I think this is absolutely adorable. I think this is Quincy Mud Pie. This is from Mud Pie. Look at this little like one piece. Is that not the cutest? It's a little embroidery. This I got at a random sale by itself. Look at this tiny little Patagonia fleece. Size 6 to 12 months. Adorable. And then with the same Patagonia garage sale, I got 3 Kite Baby pieces, which if you know anything about baby pieces, Kite Baby is expensive. This is a Kite Baby little pink sleeper. I also got a little blue zip up onesie as well as a little white kite baby zip up onesie. So I did get all those for us. I might need to stop buying kids clothes, but it makes me so happy and I get so excited doing it. It just makes me feel like I'm doing something that's within my power to, you know, prepare for having kids, which I think is fun. But those are all the pieces we got for the challenge. I think I bet, what, 56 bucks? So I think that next week we have to hit $8,000. What do you guys say? But leave me down below where you guys want to see me go thrifting next week. We have this much money in the challenge bank, so we've got a lot of wiggle room. Let me know, let me hear your thoughts on what you want to see for the challenge, because we could go anywhere. The world's our oyster, really. But thank you again to Depop for working with me on today's video. And if you guys have not already started selling on Depop, I would really highly recommend getting in there and making more profit. I would highly recommend starting there now. I would jump in there while the shipping is free, because I do feel like that's really throwing a lot more buyers into the mix. And if you use that link down below in the description box to start reselling on Depop, that does help to support my channel, because it helps to show Depop that you're coming from my channel. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in next week's episode. Bye!